Welcome to this week's episode. Nature is slowly getting to life. The spring has started here. The next week we're gonna have 25 degrees. That's pretty cool. In this week's episode, we're gonna look at 2-3 small projects that one of our visitors did. One is in the shed and one is in the garage. And a little Roman pathway that one of our workaways did. And also an update on the pool and what plans we have, plus a look at the kitchen where we didn't get as far as we wanted. And we'll start down here next to our workshop. So this week I had a lot of back problems and couldn't work really that much, especially in the beginning of the week. I got up Monday morning and couldn't move. But our workaways and our visitors did quite a lot of work, which was pretty cool. And one thing one of them did was to clean up this shed that we have, which is basically where the old veranda is and then where our sewage system is and so on. It was complete chaos, and it's really nice that it's cleaned up, and we have some old wood here, we have some materials here. We kind of threw everything in there whenever we had something left over or so on. Never took care of it, but now it's like that. That's awesome. Oh, while we're here, also what's really cool is that the farmer who owns the property next to us, I don't know if you remember, he once cut all the thorny bushes. He started to make a new fence, and we asked him if the cows would come, and he said soon the cows will arrive, which is pretty cool to have some animals here on this field. But I wanted to show you something else. Our garage, which is a similar story than this shed. It was quite a mess, and on the one hand, our workaways went to the déchetterie again and finally took out all of the cardboard and stuff that we had collected. And on the other hand, Martin, who was here to help, he took it upon him to get this place a little bit better organized. He took some of the bamboo and just made these really simple racks, but it makes such a difference. And then here we have some bamboo across and some little shelves, which is really cool. I told you in the last episode that our workaways got stuck with their truck, and we wanted to do something about that. And you have probably seen that we have a lot of these stones from the walls where we put the holes in. And so he started to lay them on the floor here, and we're gonna have a very simple path then that the camper vans can stand on if it rains a lot and they can get out. Those were a couple of smaller projects. Next up, let's have a look at the pool. So we finally have decided what we're gonna do with the inside of the pool. And we're not gonna use a liner, basically because we found out that we're gonna do a lot of the work that we have to do when we paint it, also when we put a liner in. So in the end, we decided to paint the pool with polyurethane, I think it's called. So it's a couple of layers of different kind of stuff, and will hold up for a very, very long time. One of our workaways cleaned up this area a lot, and next step is to pressure wash it and to get it clean. And then once we have pressure washed it, we'll sand off the old color, and then we'll use a primer and we'll use some sealant to seal the cracks. And then it's, I think, 2 layers of coating and then a final coat with the color. And when that is done, all of that, hopefully in a couple of weeks, we can fill it with water and see if all the technical side works or if there's anything we need to do there. one reason we didn't do so much work on the pool, but only like the last 1.5 days we started again, were the animals. So the processionary moth, who are still in the tree. However, I did manage to find a way where we can get rid of them, or some of them, or at least prevent them from crawling down and spreading their hairs somewhere. And you'll see more of that now. I'm gonna do a little jump to myself from a couple of days ago. So this is what the whole thing looks like. So the basic idea is that you have this rim of plastic and they climb down here and they don't get further. There's this foam that goes and follows the tree. Then the only way they can go is into this, and this leads into this bag where there's a little bit of soil. And hopefully they fall in there, and then you can empty this bag later and dig it in the ground. I'm done. We hope that we have less of these hairs in the air and we can continue the work on the pool. Yep. I'm gonna get out of this stuff now. I haven't looked at it actually in the last 2 days, and I'm not supposing that there are any animals in here. None so far. It could also be that it's actually over that time and we just missed out on them. And next time that they will come down from the trees is in like September, October. So now finally we come to our most important project at the moment, which is the kitchen. So, as I said, I couldn't do much work this week because my back was hurting. But our workaways worked quite a lot in this room, in the future kitchen. One thing is that they finished painting the ceiling, the wall, most of it, and also the window and this door that I had secondhand. We put in a frame, a wooden frame for this opening, and plastered the other opening and painted that wall. There's a little bit to do there. And, which was super hard work, they made this hole where we'll connect the water and the sewage. And then, as a last job, we are running the electricity from up there, down there, and then under the floor. And that was a lot of work to put in a slot, cut in a slot, and chisel it out, and then actually get, I think it's 7 or 8 cables that we need here into the wall. And we'll plaster that and paint it. Yeah, so that's cool that we have help and people also, we kind of get forward even though I couldn't do much work. One big thing that we decided to change in the kitchen is that we realized that when the floor comes higher, this door is way too small. So we're going to do the entrance there and instead putting a cupboard there. So originally it was the idea that we use this door and we put a cupboard or shelf here where you can see through, but it makes sense to switch that around. So that's exciting, and hopefully next week I can work again. My back's much better, and we can do the floor and walk around and see what the kitchen will be like, make some drawings on the floor. I hope that will be more exciting than this episode, which was basically just a short update. Anyhow, I wish you a good week. Hope you're feeling well, healthy, happy, and see you next Sunday. Bye bye.